All right, before we go through all this again, can I get a mic check? It looks like we are good, but I'd like to make sure. Sorry for that. We're trying to get it all figured out. Thank you for hopping back on that host train. All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go! Welcome in Ground Zero, the very first episode. Bound to be some problems, and we're going to make the best of it. Turn that down a little bit. Bumping uncontrollably. Beats by Remy. SoundCloud.com/JRemy Creations. Go show up some love, ladies and gentlemen. It is time to kick it off. You heard what the shooter had to say. It is a new Mercer. It is time to prove what he is all about. Is that better? Please let me know. Turn it down a bit. Static a little. Let me turn this down just a little bit before we even get started. I don't want it to have any problems. You know I get live when I commentate. It's the last thing we need. receive the Mexican cat smasher Dan Guan back in a TCW ring. Feels good to see you back. Brian Styles, huge knee to the midsection. Welcome. Remy, what are you doing? What are you doing? Making it rain with the bits already. 850. Good God. Thank you, Remy. This is where Double J jumps up and down and goes, I don't have to worry about my house payment. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, Ground Zero coming at you. We will have 4 matches this evening. 1 from Legacy, 1 from Warzone, 1 from Legacy, and then 1 from Warzone. We will have some promos in between. It's a different structure. I like the voice promo idea. Wanted to do something a little bit different. So this is our adaptation of that. Hopefully you enjoy it. Obviously it's in the infancy, so there are some problems that have arose along the way, but we're going to work through it. It's what we're all about. You know how it goes. Hashtag Unity. If you don't, do me a favor. Go drop a follow for Splitzer316. He is a member of the TCW community and that Unity movement. Trying to get him taken care of with that affiliation status. You know I'm ready for 2K19, Toph. You ain't even got to ask, how you doing? How is everybody doing this evening? That Twitch Cruiserweight tournament coming up tonight. Gonna be lit. Make sure you check it out. Brian Styles through the elbow. Dan Guan no-sold it. Big hip toss right there. Slams him down. Fires off that soccer kick to the spine. Picks Brian Styles right back up. Remy once again. You are great, Remy. Good God. Already over 1,000 bits from Remy. Making it rain. Beats by Remy once again. Always keeping it bumping here, TCW. Gotta show him some love. You do not tell him to stop. Come on. It's love. As long as we don't go back to the hashtag make JJ cry, I think we're just all right. Dan Guan up on the apron, waiting for Styles, comes off with a big clothesline. Takes him down, picks him right back up, throws him into the barricade. Not where Styles wants to be, and oh my God! That Uranagi on the barricade trying to break the back of Brian Styles. Styles definitely been impressive since his debut in TCW. Looking to make his mark. You can see Remy in the Bobby Shmurda video. Remy, bitch. Yes, definitely rest in peace, Vinnie Paul. Tonight's pre-show very heavy, dedicated to the memory of Vinnie Paul. Little Dimebag Daryl as well as Draven in there. Walk now has 3 different reasons to make Double J sad. But it's all right. Pantera, one of my all-time favorite bands. Vinnie Paul, one of the best drummers of all time. If you ask my opinion, Dan Guan smashes him down with that Uranagi out of nowhere. Vinnie Paul was the drummer for Pantera. Dan Guan throwing him over the top, stomp on the arm, rolls him over, picks it back up and throws it once again. Double J does miss Vader as well. Sketchbook doing an amazing drawing of Vader, by the way. Oh no, Dan Guan's got him up. Looking for that cat smasher right here in the corner. 1, 2. Brian Styles able to kick out. Dan Guan can't believe it. What's the secret, Hannibal? Well, I guess it wouldn't be a secret if you told. So I do not expect you to tell me the secret. Dan Guan throwing him once again. One up, BIT dub. Welcome in Anthony Harris in the building. Dan Guan lifting him up to that kneeling position. Up and down with that powerful power bomb. Dan Guan coming off the ropes. Double axe handle. Styles rolling out of the ring. Perfect timing. Level 3 resiliency. One hell of a secret. Brian Styles fired up right now. Looks like he's ready to start it. Looking for the comeback double. Forearms. Guan is down. Roped in the corner. Styles full head of momentum. Bulldog comes out and down goes Dan Guan. I don't actually think the world is flat. I don't know that I believe you, Styles. Put the combo on Dan Guan. Down goes the Cat Smasher. Double stop. Level 2 is definitely better. Brian Styles pulls the arm through. Lifts him up. Look at the power. Death Valley Driver hooks it. 1, 2. Dan Guan kicks out. Barely able to get the shoulder up. Brian Styles just rocked the Cat Smash. Going for the pin. 1, 2. Only a 2. The Styles Driver. Working on the net. Dan Guan twisting away. Trying to take the head off the shoulders of Brian Styles. Picks it back up, but Styles right into the short arm shoulder takedown. Remington with some more bits. Thank you, Remy. Greatly appreciated. Already up to 1,100. Probably had to throw in the 75 to keep his OCD from kicking in. 1. The world were flat, then why would lizard people be so interested in maintaining the simulation? These are questions that beg to be answered on TCW After Dark Conspiracy Theories. Tune in with your co-host Hannibal. It's gonna be lit. Styles snapping off that kick to the spine. Dan Guan down center of the ring. Styles trying to pick his spot. He's on the apron. I got you, Remy. I already knew. Comes through Dan Guan with the reversal. Pushed him right out of the way. Styles telegraphed it. Shoots him into the corner. Dan Guan up on top. Not a good place to be. I am down, Hannibal. You just let me know. Hurricane Rana takes the big man down. Remy with another 100 bits. Springboard moonsault. Hashtag flippy shit. Thank you, Remington. But look, see, now you're 800 away from 2,000. Styles puts him up on the turnbuckle. Super kick to the back of the knee and the double stop. Going for the pin. 1, 2. Did not hook the legs. Gotta hook the legs, Styles. Rookie mistake right there, leaving the powerful legs of Dan Guan unattended. What is going on? Welcome in Prince Brent Diamond, and once again, Dan Guan steps to the side. I do too, Hannibal. You have no idea. European uppercut. Went for the kick. Dan Guan caught it. Elbow to the jaw. Clash with the bits. Thank you very much, Clash. Greatly appreciated. Oh no, Dan Guan looking for that Cat Smasher. Will he connect up on the shoulders? Only one way down. Brian Styles rocked. 1, 2, 3. Dan Guan with the win. GG. Thank you, Ray Mercer, for the bits. It is a bit war tonight. Dan Guan coming out on top. Brian Styles wanted a challenge. Unfortunately, tonight, he definitely received it. What up, Carter? Breon in the house. How you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, it is time to kick it over to our resident interviewer for the evening. None other than Hung Solo himself. Ladies and gentlemen, let's kick it over to him. Hung Solo, what have you got for me, buddy?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce myself, your humble journalist, Hung Solo. I am joined right now with a resident TCW original, in the man known as Psycho G. Psycho G, how are you doing this evening?
Wait, I'm on original now? I've only been here a year.
I suppose we could say that you're an original. Yes, I suppose. Why not?
And then I'm original with breaking into production. You're supposed to know that, but that's about it.
Psycho G, I've got a couple of questions for you this evening.
What's going on?
As an original, it seems as though, I mean, you've done a lot with your career. We all know this. You've done a ton with your career. I mean, TCW made its return, and you were making waves. You were making a lot of waves, actually. You had a hardcore title match that, unfortunately, you came kind of short in.
Yeah.
But after that, we kind of started to see a different version of Psycho G. One that many fans would say is kind of reserved, actually. I mean, you won the Battle Royal at Breaking Point, which is a feat, of course, but you haven't really been, doing much else, and I think a lot of the fans are really wondering, what's been going on with Psycho G? What's with that?
Well, obviously, as y'all know, normally when I win or do anything important, I'd go boast, I'd be screaming, I'd be shouting. Hell, honestly, probably right now, if I had the urge, which currently I don't, I'd be screaming my damn head off like a stupid idiot. But there's no point. That's not going to get me anywhere. Boasting and bragging with these little wins are going to get me over there. No. Did the Battle Royal get me a title shot? No, I had to stand still for 3 hours. I had to pee, bro. Like, I thank God I was wearing yellow. Well, no, man. Lots of stuff's been going on. I'm not done. Hell, I'm still pretty salty about that hardcore title match against Mom Jeans. So, man, I don't know. Lots of stuff's going down. So,
But a lot of the fans, I think, would really wonder what the actual reasoning is. I mean, has something happened with Psycho G? Is Psycho G just not all about this anymore? Is he
puberty
taking a backseat? Puberty? Come on now. You know that our fans deserve a better answer than that.
You're right. I'm gonna give you a legit answer. I feel I've distanced myself a little bit. I shouldn't have. This is my home. It says it on my damn shirt every time I walk out to the ring. This is my home. I should not have to distance myself from my home. This is my playground. And that's why I'm here right now. That's why I'm here to talk. That's why I'm here to open my mouth. Try to get back to doing what I was doing. And I'm going to quote this, a lot of people have been saying this. I'm going to go back to being the hype man of TCW. So, yeah.
I think if that's your plan, Psycho G. Follow-up question to that: what exactly are you planning on doing to get back to that point? I mean, you were starting to push for, some would say, main event success before you just kind of fell off the radar in a lot of people's eyes, and I think there were a lot of fans that were really disappointed.
A lot of people get disappointed, man. It's called moving on and getting over it. Well, what am I going to do? What's my first objective? Well, first, I got to decide the issue of, do I need Tiki or no? Do I need Tiki or no? That's a question I might answer later. No. Gonna be real. I have my eyes set on, I believe, Jake Watson or Chris Midas. I don't care who comes out. It's the Extreme X Division Championship, right? That's not for cruiserweights. We're going to make that clear, so we're not ripping off TNA, right? We're not doing that.
Most definitely not a rip-off of whatever place
no
that may or may not be hiring. Most definitely.
Well, the X in it means extreme. Nobody else is more extreme than me on this entire brand than me. Hell, my name has Psycho. I get it as a crazy guy, but is he really crazy? Is he?
Psycho G, I think that a lot of people were a lot of fans were very let down by this more so recent sort of, paradigm shift that you've really kind of stepped back for a while. And I mean, me personally, just from an interviewer standpoint, and very much so from a fan standpoint, got the impression that maybe you're going to let somebody else have the spotlight. And if that's what you've done, that's very honorable. But I think there were many. I believe there were many fans that would like to see you take back that spot that you so rightfully earned. Could you agree?
Yeah, I can agree to that. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I don't like standing where I am. It's not fun. It's not fun. Hell, I can't even go to the locker room without shit being thrown at me now. It's not fun. I mean, it used to happen, but in a good way, though. In a good way, with food and random assortments of items. But now it's just garbage, and I can't stand it. I don't like it. I want my spot back. If that means I have to ditch Tiki Wow, so be it. If it means I have to beat the fuck out of Seth Broad, whatever. I'm down. I don't really care.
Let me stop you right there, Psycho G. Are you saying that there could be dissension amongst the ranks of 8180? Is there some form of...
8180's dead, dude. The moment Jordan joined Apex, it died. Let me be real. There you go.
So what you're saying is Jordan Shadows, the hardcore champion over on Legacy, he held Apex together. Or not Apex, but 8180 rather.
Let me fully explain the reason 8180 came back. We all came back we're bros. We're all bros. I like most of the people that were in 8180 at the time. We wanted to bring that back, try it again. Well, here's the thing. Jordan was the heart and soul of it. Everything. He was the everything. He was the rock. And when he left, it just tore me and Tiki down. I went on my way. I don't talk to Tiki anymore, dude. That's how bad it is. So nah, it's done. We're done.
So what would you, in your humble opinion, classify as the reason that 8180 decided to part ways? Because it really, I mean, from a fan standpoint, couldn't really be seen as much of a reunion. Not much was done in the name.
Well, why? Well, let's start with Tiki's busy. Well, when I say busy, I mean, obviously he's in the back crapping. So, Jordan's doing his thing. So, there was really no real reason for us to bring it back in the first place. Honestly, I regret bringing it back at all. So, it's a regret.
Very interesting, Psycho G. Perhaps more to come.
Hold on. Interviewer dude that's wearing the funny glasses. By the way, I like your nice glasses. Very, very classy. Very classy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They're a prescription.
Why are you causing me... It's G, dude. It's what most of the people here know me by. G, not Psycho G. Just G. One letter. So simple. So simple. It saves the time of just remembering everything else.
I tend to like to try to keep things very professional around here. Hung Solo, rather, is a very professional interview.
Are you related to Han Solo by any chance?
No relation. Thank you very much. Psycho G, perhaps some very interesting developments that could be brought up on Warzone. Who knows? I think though, there's another man who I'm quite interested to talk to here. His name is Frank Gage. He has been doing some very interesting things, definitely making his spotlight known. Frank Gage, are you here? How are you this evening?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Frank Gage, very, very interesting developments as of recently. I mean, you stepped into one of the final episodes of Legacy that you were on and had an amazing blowout. Some would call it a shocking victory over Seth Brault. What was up with that? I mean, you heard maybe that the challenge was issued. Give me a little backstory there.
I'm gonna be pretty frank with you right now. Seeing that challenge, I couldn't really pass it up at all, and it's definitely a war going on in my mind between if I really just want to wrap my hands around Seth Brawl and just choke the life out of him, or somehow try to bring back the partner I once had. And I can't help but just have to do it the traditional way, the Frank way. There's no other way that this can be resolved. Not day in and day out, night after night. I just can't help but think this isn't the man I used to know.
Uh, very. That's a very interesting statement, Frank Gage, because I mean, I think most of us at this point are well aware of the history between you and Seth Brault. I think most of us know that there is friendship sheltered perhaps under some animosity there. I mean, I know of the history of you and Frank Gage, or Frank Gage, excuse me, you and Seth Brault in several other places. But I, how does it feel? I have to ask how it feels to get such a surprising, shocking victory over Seth Brault, and you walked into Breaking Point, and nobody will take this match away from you, but to fail in your goal to take the TV title, and then this past week to come into Warzone, the very first show, and come short there. I mean, as far as I know, several fans possibly could say that your win over Seth Brault was a fluke.
You know what? I can understand that. And you know what? I'm glad I took the challenge, because that win over Seth Brawl, as great as it was to some of the fans when it happened, I don't feel like that was enough. Winning over Seth Brawl will never be enough. It's always been like that between us. He's always had this competitive side over us. I feel like he's never really opened up, no matter how close we were. And winning over Seth Brawl will never be enough. Our fights will never be enough. I don't care what the fans think, fluke or not. I plan on showing these fans what I'm about, and I plan on showing these fans who I am. Now, the Twitch Championship match at the pay-per-view, I feel like my head wasn't fully in that match. Like I said, as much as that win was great with the fans, over with the fans, or over with the people in the back, or over whoever was following what we've done, I feel like my head wasn't in that match 100%. And like I said, that win will never feel like a win. It will always be a fight between me and him. Always.
J Code Lions over there with COH. The Twitch Cruiserweight Tournament going on as well, about to kick off. Isabella Ventura dropping Taryn Grace down right here in the corner. I've been struck with a Kappa and it feels so good. Isabella Ventura coming off the ropes and down hard. Taryn Grace taking a beating. Isabella thinks it's enough. Only a 1 count. What up, ZX? Long time no see. How you been? Isabella Ventura lifting her up. Oh, dropping her down hard with that reverse DDT. Right back to her feet, Taryn Grace. Isabella did not appreciate it. High knee lift, Taryn does not go down. And oh my God! That belly to belly, absolutely brutal. Speaking of brutal, you will hear from the brutal bombshell herself, the TCW Bombshell Champion, Jada Storm, coming up later tonight. Make sure you do not miss it. Taryn Grace picking Ventura back up. Shoots her over the top, runs in, and the shoulder sends her out to the floor. Yes, please, click the link. JacksonJordan.topstreamers.com/vote. Click the heart up in the top right corner. Every vote is greatly appreciated and much needed. Trying to climb up to that #1 spot. Don't know that we'll ever get it, but it's worth the shot. Want to say thank you to each and every one of you taking some time out of your weekend to spend it here with Double J and the TCW Universe. Our very first episode of Ground Zero. There are a few bumps in the road, but we're going to make it. It's going to be all right, so shout out to each and every one of you. You are greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Taryn Grace able to get free with an elbow, throwing Ventura back in the ring. No count out. Thank you for that. Rolls her over, no leg hooked, only a 1 count. Isabella Ventura kicking out of that quite easily. Taryn Grace takes a step back in the right hand of the temple. Good God, she just unloaded on her. Taryn picks her up to one knee, fires off the boot to the midsection, open-handed slap. Taryn's got her down. Vicious headbutts. 5 of them to be exact. What is up, Tyrant? We started a little bit early trying to get it in before the Twitch Cruiserweight Tournament. We have actually had one in the past. We could possibly put one up again. Having these split rosters will actually make it a lot easier, not having 60 people on one. Isabella Ventura sends Taryn into the corner, boot to the midsection, down on the bottom rope, hanging over the bottom, Ventura, slingshot leg drop. Taryn Grace in a world of pain right now. Oxygen's gotta be cut off. Definitely, Drew, appreciate that. Always open to any input or ideas that anybody has. So thank you very much for that. Keep them coming by all means. Anytime you feel like you've got something that we can do to make it a little bit better, we want to hear it. Oh no, Isabella into the corner, Taryn, hell's bells. Taryn Grace, here's the bells ringing. Going for the pin, referee right there, 1, 2, only a 2 count. Oh, we do have bacon, Toph. We do have bacon. Just weren't really sure if you wanted to use him or not, but we do still have him. Isabella, botch job! Botch job! 1, 2. However, if you do not have a card, you would like to have one here. You just do not have the ability to make one. Hit up Nick Nitro on Twitter. That man taking care of submissions for cause. He will get you created. Taryn Grace. Fall from Grace 2. No, Ventura kicks out. Taryn cannot believe it. Punch and pie. There will be punch and pie, but bacon eats it all. Definitely, if you have one created already, make sure you hit up Shy-Inso in the chat. Get with us on Twitter. You can follow me at the Jackson Jordan. Blaze is Blaze the number 2, the Max. Make sure you hit us up. We've got a waiting list right now, but we will be able to fit people in pretty soon. So make sure you hit him up if you would like to be involved. Let him know your cause name. Upload it with the hashtag TCW. Let him know what your choice of custom music is off of Spotify. Hung solo tonight. That is not confirmed. I don't know what you're talking about, Blaze. Bella, 1, 2, only a 2 count. Taryn Grace not giving up that easy. Still got fight left in her. Drops her down, inverted DDT. Taryn Grace is rocked. Go for the cutter, but Ventura shoves her away. Taryn Grace down to 1 knee. You can see the toe taken. Bella makes her go all the way down. We will have a different interviewer every week. So definitely look forward to that. Reverse DDT. Ventura laid out. Taryn dragging her away from the ropes. 1, 2. I will actually have to take credit for this one, unfortunately. 2 inches from the ground. Got him! Taryn Grace looking for the fall from Grace. Right there by the ropes. Taryn picks her right back up. No stops, and it cost her. Went to the well one too many times. Exactly, constructive criticism is what it's all about. Mr. Two-Pump, how you doing, Carter? How you doing? Ventura sends her into the corner. You know she's got to be looking to ring the bells. Taryn sends her in. Bella house bells right here in the corner. I'm pretty sure he may have just added the wrong person. I think that's all it was. Bella lifts her up. Botch jump. This is gonna be it. 1, 2. No, Taryn Grace kicks out. 2 botch jobs. 2 house bells. What's it gonna take? Taryn lifts her up. Swings her around. Beautiful back suplex. Isabella Ventura rolling to the outside, trying to create that space. Trying to get some air back in her lungs. When she doesn't want to take the finish. So you drop a wad of spit on her lower back. So she'll turn around and take it to the face. Oh my God, Mercer. Mercer with those Mercer problems. We got Blaze problems. Now we've got Mercer problems as well. By God! Or as Ron Simmons would say, damn! I feel you, Ron Simmons. I feel you. Taryn Grace throwing Ventura back into the ring. No count out, thank God. JJ hates countouts. I keep forgetting to turn them off. 1, 2. Ventura still got fight left in her, able to kick out. Confirmation. Uh-oh. Isabella Ventura arm drag OP. Taryn Grace down on 1 knee. Off the ropes and down she goes. Ventura pulling her away from the ropes. Hooks the leg. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. If you would like to buy Hannibal's hair, it's a minimum of 50 pounds, I would assume. Waiting confirmation. Blaze having a shit fit in the chat. Taryn Grace takes her down, hooks the leg. 1, 2. Nintendo Direct, thank you very much. Welcome to the stream. Terrence got her up on the shoulders. Nowhere to go. Ball for Grace. 1, 2. No, Ventura kicks out. I cannot believe it. Taryn Grace absolutely in shock right now. Back up again on the shoulders. Down she goes. Hooks it. 1, 2. Bella kicks out again. Isabella Ventura kicks out again. What is it gonna take to keep her down? Throws the big shot to the temple. Ventura down, Terry picks her back up. Drops her on the knee and the neck breaker right behind it. Isabella Ventura with the leg sweep. Shoots her into the corner. Will it be? Yes, it is. You hear the bells ringing. Hell's bells. Isabella Ventura plants her for the 3rd time. She's not going for the pin. She's going for the end. Ladies and gentlemen, botch job number 3. Good night. 1, 2, 3, and it is over. Isabella Ventura do the runway walk. GG. Woo!
Na 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 runway walk na 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 runway walk. Let me see your runway walk. Make your heels click, make the runway talk. Come on, pretty ass women taking pictures that never come outside until they look vicious. Damn, what I gotta say to get a piece of that? Damn, what I gotta say to get a piece of that? Damn, what I gotta say to get a piece of that? Damn, what I gotta say to get a piece of that?
My party chick want Moscato out the bottle. My Mary Jane wanna fly like Lois Lane. My sober chick
GG Isabella Ventura cleaning up the bombshell division. One match at a time. What a match.
Never thinking twice when your vision is clear. Go dummy with plenty of money to spend. Honey, if you love me, then bring one of your friends in. And let's take shots, no chasers. Call them memory erasers. Play the blame game later.
What a fierce match from Isabella Ventura. Tara Grace tried her best, but just could not pull it out in the end. Ladies and gentlemen, with that in the books, it is time to go back to our resident interviewer of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, let me kick it over to Hung Solo. Hung, take it over.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I have returned with the TCW Hardcore Champion, Jordan Shadows. Jordan, do we have you? Are you here? Hello.
Oh, absolutely. I have arrived.
Jordan, it is a pleasure to speak with you as always. You're always very humble, very confident, but humble. I've actually got a couple of questions for you tonight, Jordan. I mean, as a TCW original, I don't know very much in TCW that you have done, or have not done, rather. Pardon me. You've held world championships. You've held tag team championships. You've held, mid-card championships. You've held hardcore championships. You've held every championship. And now you're the TCW Hardcore Champion. You've had a few successful title defenses. You've, walked into the most recent episode of Legacy, and you beat Tone White. I don't think anybody really expected that out of you. What's next? I mean, what else is there for you to do?
Honestly, hon, I've done a lot since coming back. coming back home, I realized something. I need to get back on top. See, on my way out, I was your world heavyweight champ on Elite. Not many people know that, but here's my thing. I've taken this hardcore title in memory of the legends that have held it, and my name list. I've worked my ass off day in, day out, getting busted open almost every damn week, going to war. Hell, I haven't even lost in months because I know what I have to do to keep this title and stay on top. You see, I walked into Legacy after being drafted last. Not a problem with that because, quite frankly, you picked the best for last. I walked in. I stood down a man that most originals, granted, slept on. They said, oh, Tone can beat us in our home turf. What happened? They lost. I walked in there saying, you ain't going to put me down. And this is my message to every guy coming into TCW trying to make a name off of guys like myself, Nick Nitro, Gavin Babos, you name it. Be ready for a fight because this is still our yard. We still night in, now for these fans, for everybody, put our bodies on the line when we don't have to. I've done a lot here, and my next goal, honestly, is to keep this hardcore title as long as I can, and eventually, spoiler alert here, regain the title I never lost.
Very powerful words coming from Jordan Shadows. I mean, let me elaborate on what you just said because I don't know that I quite grasp entirely what you were trying to say. You said that when you came back here, your goal was to remain on top. I mean, do you feel that holding the Hardcore Championship is on top? Do you feel that, some would say that the World Championship is the top of the mountain, but I mean, as you just said, the best was picked for last. Do you feel that as Hardcore Champion, that you are on top of Legacy, that you lead Legacy?
I absolutely do because on Legacy, before everyone got split among shows, every match I was booked, I never let anyone down. I could say, oh, Jordan Shadows is going to lose this time. He's going to lose this time. Only one man this entire season has been able to put me down. And that man, I'm in the same faction with, Chris Midas. That heartbreaking loss made me realize something. This title, this prestigious, beautiful title I carry around, is not just for me. Because the guy makes the title here. You can be TCW champion, sure, whatever. But I carry Legacy because I carry this title like it's a world championship, like it's the blood. It's like my family. And if you guys, I'm going to issue a challenge to the roster. Anyone step up, I'll knock you down. Or do I did to Tone? Or do I did to Ashton Ross? Even my best friend Psycho G. Doesn't matter. I'll use weapons. I'll use my fists. At the end of the day, one thing is going to remain a constant, and I'm going to be champion.
Very, very strong words out of Jordan Shadows this evening. I didn't expect it personally. We're gonna, because you brought up Apex, the faction that you are currently involved in. We're gonna ask you a little bit of a harder hitting question here. You feel as though you are on top. Nick Nitro feels as though he is on top, as he is currently the world champion. What happened at Breaking Point, well, regardless of how controversial, he is still world champion. What would you feel if it came down to it, where you had to take on Nick Nitro and, ultimately for the world title? How would you feel about that? Would you be able to put that personal relationship aside, that faction relationship aside? Would you be able to put that aside, and ultimately, if you beat him, would there remain any bad blood there? Would there, would that start dissension among the ranks possibly?
Here's the way I look at it. Dissension happens only if you're jealous of another person or you have a personal issue. I have no issue with Nick Nitro. I think he's a great TCW champion, though I don't agree what went down at Breaking Point. No matter how much us originals cannot stand Tony White's attitude. It doesn't matter. And when it comes to that world title, I still think of that. I still think of how I never lost my World Heavyweight Championship. I still think one day that'll be back in my hands. So if that came down to it, we'll still be friends. We'll still beat respect into these new guys. But at the end of the day, I still would not hold back. Friends are not, the world title is above friendship. And I've proven that countless times to be champion here.
Indeed, you definitely have. Just from, my perspective, I know Apex is all a very competitive bunch of men. I know you're very competitive. Nick is very competitive. Midas, very, very competitive. And I hope for your sake that hopefully, if such a situation would arise, that, maybe you guys would be able to put it past one another. Maybe you would be able to take that competitive spirit and channel it into, hopefully not animosity.
It's only personal if you make it personal, hon. Only makes it personal when you run a man. Nick has done nothing to wrong me. Yes, we were at war at one point when he was with Black Excellence. We put that aside for the greater good of TCW, and he's like a brother to me. Brothers fight. But at the end of the day, if it came down to it and we had to fight for that world title, he knows I would not hold back because I still need to be world heavyweight champ. I love being hardcore champ. The history behind the likes of Draven and Guan have helped. Quite frankly, hardcore is my specialty, but I can always be better. I can do anything I want to do. That's why I'm a former tag team champion, and I've held the world title twice.
Indeed, Jordan Shadows, you have done a lot. I very much so wish you the best of luck in finding a new contender and in taking down said contender. With that, we are going to kick it back up to the ring, and I will talk to you all in a little bit. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Well, you heard it there, ladies and gentlemen, hung so low. And your new cold hardcore champion, Jordan Shadows. A lot of strong words there. Shadows are never scared of anything. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time for some action. Let's send it back down to the ring. 1-on-1.
Are you hanging on my words tonight? Don't you get it? Don't you get it? Hold your breath and everything's just fine. Don't you get it? Forgotten we can be alone if we waste away. If there's a love that brings us home, we're drowned today. We smile and grind our teeth away. Good luck, forgot to call our names. Good God, lucky us.
I keep on working, got purpose and worth. Music's my cure and this world is my purse. Get rid of this curse with every verse. Of course I've been hurt, but some have been much worse. Leave me alone, get out of my head. Block out the opinions until I am dead. They all go to sleep, but you listen instead. Listen some more and you'll cease to regret. I keep on working, I got it on track. You gonna see my name up on the flag. I sail the ship and I'll never come back. I keep this bitch on the line to attack. Never look back. I make a record like Crash. Top of my bracket I smash. Hot like a pack. I'm about to stack it like cash. It's gonna happen so fast. I've never changed myself. I've always stayed the same. No doubt. I've always played the game all out, and I am here to stay right now. So don't call it a comeback.
Tonight, the shooter looking for his rebirth. Will Liam Mercer be able to rebuild his legacy from the ground up with a big win tonight? You heard it earlier, Tiki Wild left all alone. Psycho G has deserted this man. No longer will he be in the corner of Tiki Wild. No longer will he be the hype man of 8180. Psycho G worried about himself. Tiki Wild left to do the same. Unfortunately, tonight it's against Liam Mercer. And Mercer has more tonight to prove than ever. Lifts him up, look at the power. Mercer holding him, letting the blood rush. Down he goes, beautiful suplex. Mercer dropping a boot on Tiki Wild. Picks him right back up, shoots him into the ropes, and the spear, but Tiki with the reversal. DDT takes Mercer down. Fires off that kick to the spine. Tiki Wild stomping away. Mercer dragged back towards the center of the ring right now. Tiki sizing him up and drives a knee right into the jaw. Boot following it up, make it two. Tiki Wild looking to prove himself as well. Shoots him into the ropes. Beautiful leg sweep. Super kick to the chest, actually. Guess it was more of a snap kick to the chest. GG camera angles, psyching JJ out. Mercer able to duck that kick, lifts him up. Thought it was going to be the atomic drop, but instead a beautiful sit out Mercer bomb. Definitely appreciate everybody staying here. Like I said, that Twitch Cruiserweight tournament going on right now. Once we get done here, everybody, by all means, please check out that Twitch Cruiserweight tournament. Check out people like Carlos Corvo, Breon Johnson, among many others. I will check Whispers afterwards. Greatly appreciate that, Drew. Yeah, 2K always got JJ pissed off in one way or another. Tiki Wild off the second rope with a knee to the jaw. Up on the middle, and the fans are loving it. Look at this guy taking a picture of Tiki. You can catch it on Instagram, TCW _. Also on Twitter. Make sure you check us out. That picture will be on there, I'm sure. Mercer going for the pin, only a 2 count. Tiki Wild able to get free. The shooter with a boot to the forehead. Tiki Wild rolling over, and he's gonna pay for it. Mercer rubbing his face in the mat. Grabs the arm, standing on the fingers, nowhere to go. Drops the knee on the inside of the elbow. Lifts him up to the seated position. Back up to one knee. Mercer looking for another power bomb, and it's huge. Tiki Wild almost went through the mat. If he waited a little bit more, we might have had some cleanup to do. Mercer going for it. Tiki rolls through, face first down on the mat. What does he have in mind? Tiki looking at the fans. Oh no, Mercer went for the elbow. Tiki going for the fingers. Stomping away on the fingertips of the shooter. Tiki pulling back on the arm. Mercer right there by the ropes, not grabbing him though, trying to fight out of it. Tiki has it locked in, cinching it back tighter and tighter. Let's go, slams the arm off the mat, going for a pin off it. Only a 1 count. Gotta take a lot more than that. Tiki went for the drop kick and Mercer nowhere to be found. Lifts him up, suplex, powerbomb. Does not go for the pin. Instead rolls him over and hooks it. Now only a 1 count. You gotta think it would have been more than that if he would have done it earlier. Welcome back. Welcome in, Dingo. How you doing? Stop to the forehead. Mercer lifts him up. Sit out, Mercer. Bomb again. No mercy from Liam Mercer tonight, looking to make a statement. Tiki floating over and the DDT takes him down. Blaze got that time. 368 hours. Tiki trying to end the time right now. Boot to the midsection and the knee connects. Hooks it. 1, 2, and the shooter able to kick out. Stomp to the back. Tiki Wild looking around, can't believe it. Looks like he's gonna go back to the fingertips, and he does. Stomping away on the fingertips of Liam Mercer. What is up, Luke the Boss? Welcome in. Glad you like TCW. Mercer picking it back up. You know there's only one way down. Mercer bomb, but it's not done. 2 is not enough. You know he needs the trifecta. Mercer picking up the lifeless body of Tiki Wild right now. Tiki playing possum. Fires the shot to the midsection. Boom connects. Rolling through. Tiki got a bomb of his own. 1, 2, and Mercer kicks out. That's a good question. I feel like VivBot is reset though. It's a very good question. Tiki Wild going back to work on the arms. Got him stretched out, stomping on the forearm of Liam Mercer. That pissed him off. Mercer takes the legs out from under him. Going back to work, giving him that instant receipt. Dropping the knee on the inside of the elbow. Mercer playing mind games with Tiki Wild right now. Usually it's the other way around. The shooter is ready. Boom to the midsection. Pop up Mercer bomb. Hooks it. 1, 2. Tiki kicked out. Tiki got the shoulder up. I'm right there with you, Mercer. I don't know how. Look at this. Mercer's got him tied up. Cloverleaf locked in, but Tiki Wild in the ropes. Picks him right back up. Tiki slides over, reverse DDT. He is ready. Tiki Wild feeling the energy tonight. Picks Mercer back up, ducks under, forearm connects. Make it 2. Tiki ducks Mercer off the rope. Spine buster. Tiki Wild with the power. Boots to the chest. Tiki rocking Mercer's world. Picks it back up and the knee connects out of nowhere. Tiki does not go for the pin, and it costs him. Mercer's short arm shoulder takedown, 2 count, and that is not enough. Going for that desperation pin. Mercer squeezing on the trapezius muscle of Tiki Wild. The charismatic Tiki needs to pull something out. Mercer looking to end it right now. Hangs him over that top of rope. Last week's laundry out to dry. Snapmare takeover, center of the ring. Tiki, elbow to the head. Well, one too many times. Tiki with the knee. 1, 2, 3, and that is it. Tiki Wild.
Diabetes.
Holy shit. Thank you for that follow. Greatly appreciated. Welcome in, Zahara. Woo! GG.
Are you hanging on my words tonight? Don't you get it? Don't you get it? Hold your breath and everything's just fine. Don't you get it?
Tiki Wild with a huge win tonight. Maybe the words of Psycho G lit a fire under his ass. I don't know. Good God, what a match! GG! Once again, GG to both those men. Amazing match. But ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to kick it back to our interviewer of the night. Hung Solo, take it over, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. I have returned the third time this evening, and I have with me right now the bombshell champion, Jada Storm. Jada, how are you this evening?
That's a loaded question. I'm pretty good. How are you?
Oh, well, I get to spend my evening here with you wonderful people. I couldn't be any better, actually. Jada, you have done the unthinkable. You are one of the most dominant women in wrestling today, if not the single most dominant woman in wrestling today. How do you get to that point? Do you work, in the gym more? Is it psychological? Explain to the people how you get to this point.
Well, I'll tell you how you don't get to that point. You don't spend your time arguing over who stole each other's clothes. That's for one. You do have to train more. You have to test out more. And every time you lose, you don't necessarily take it to heart, but you use it as a lesson to figure out what you did wrong and go at it again. See, I think it's funny how some of these girls out here don't want to do the work, don't want to put in any effort, but they want to constantly complain. And funny thing is, I don't see any of these bombshells in this show today, do you? They want to call themselves queens and all these other names, but they've done nothing to prove it. I defended my title in a ridiculous girly getup just to prove that point. I dressed up like one of them, and I still won. And yet people still complain. Either get on my level and make me shut up, or stop talking.
Very, very strong words from the bombshell champion. Jada, you said it yourself. You don't feel that any of these women are on your level. You don't. So at this point, how would you say, I suppose, that they find another challenger? How do you feel? I mean, you feel that none of these women are on your level, can take this belt off of you. How would you propose that management find you a new challenger?
I'm not even sure. The only other one that I would actually want to face for my title has said that she doesn't even want it. So I don't even know where to go from there. I guess they can have a tournament or something. I don't even know. I don't know if I'm even too concerned at this point. Every time someone wants to trash me and trash my reigns, they haven't taken anything off of me. I don't know. Maybe they just have to prove to me that they want it and that they're above the petty bullshit that goes on in the locker room.
Jada Storm definitely above the pettiness of the laziness in the locker room. It's a wonderful what you've done, Jada. It's definitely a record. It's definitely a legacy setting accomplishment, if you will. It's just, Jada, there's a lot of people who feel in the back that maybe there is somebody who just so happens to have gone over to Warzone who could take that belt off of you. And she had a match earlier tonight. So, Jada, what would you say if at some point you had to step into the ring with Isabella Ventura, who many figure is the best women's wrestler today?
And that's who I was referring to earlier. She's someone I would actually gladly have a title match with. But she's made it known that she doesn't want it. Now, if she changes her mind, I would gladly get into the ring with her. She's actually a dream opponent of mine. But I mean, like I said, she said she wasn't going for it. She just wants to clean up the locker room. I don't know. It's up to her.
And elaborating on that, Jada, how do you feel about those comments that the locker room needs to be cleaned up, that there needs to be, some sort of revolution, if you will, in the locker room? How do you feel about those comments? I mean, those comments are directed at you as well.
I mean, they can be directed at me all they want, but I'm actually the one champion that's here putting in the work, so I don't care. You can talk about me all you want to, but at the end of the day, I'm going to get done what needs to be done, like I've been doing since I got here. Like it or not.
I mean, Jada, there's a lot of fans who, you go online, you check things out. There's a lot of fans who feel that maybe the only reason that you have the Bombshell title is because Isabella Ventura wasn't here earlier. How do you back up those claims? How do you refute that?
Simple. I've been in the ring with or without her, winning a majority of my matches. I don't win all of them, but I win a good majority, and a successful title defenses. Not just here, everywhere I've been. Why should I have to spend my time worrying about anonymous people who half the time won't even tweet to my face about their negative opinions about me? I'm going to continue to do what I love to do and what I need to do, and that's be dominant. If they don't like it, like I said, either get on my level or shut the fuck up.
I'll follow that up, actually, Jada. I mean, you talk about how, you don't win always, but you win a good majority of the time. Well, Isabella Ventura beat the one woman here so far who's been able to take you down one-on-one. She stepped in the ring with Taryn tonight, and she got the victory. That's something you weren't able to do. So I guess with that question, I mean, how can you deny that she might not be on your level, if not perhaps surpass your level?
See, this is what's confusing me. She's the one person I said who, how to put this? I've never said that she wasn't. She's the one I would totally just give a shot to straight away if she asked for it. She just says she's more focused on cleaning up the locker room. When that day comes, if she wants a shot, then I'll be glad to give it to her. As far as I know, as far as she said, she's not worried about it at the moment. So I guess everyone else can just try to fight forward until that moment. She's the one of the few bombshells.
Go ahead, I apologize.
Oh, no, it's fine. I'm saying she's one of the few bombshells here that I respect, and I've seen her work in other places, and she's a dream opponent, so unless someone else chooses to step up and show that they're more than this girl stole my pattern or whatever the hell goes on these days, then that's fine. But until then, I pretty much see Ventura going for the belt if she wants it. That's how I feel.
Ladies and gentlemen, definitely a amazing development, possibly a dream match in the future that I'm sure many would be willing to see. But for now, Jada, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it very much. We are going to send it back over to the ring for the main event of the evening. Jada, I do believe you have some business to take care of. Thank you very much, everybody. I will be back in a little while with Seth Brault. Thank you. Good night.
Hung Solo, and thank you very much for that. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard him. It is time for your main event of the evening. Jada Storm with some very strong words for the Bombshell division. She is calling you out. Well, there's nothing to it but to do it. So let's send it down to the ring and let them do what they do best.
I'm so bored with this world that spins around me. Used to make me dizzy, and I'm so tired of these boys that hang around me. Used to drive me crazy. A little mayhem never hurt anyone. When am I gonna get some? A little bedlam till I'm coming undone. When am I gonna get some? A little mayhem never hurt anyone. Am I gonna get some? Get some, get some. A little bedlam till I'm coming undone. Am I gonna get some? Get some, get some.
Very stern words for the Bombshell division. From Jada Storm, your Bombshell champion tonight. Jada and Ellie Terrell 1-on-1 in the main event of Ground Zero. Hopefully everybody has enjoyed the show thus far. Like I said, it is a work in progress. With time, great things will come. We'll get all the kinks ironed out. No more bumps in the road. So thank you to each and every one of you for taking the time out tonight. Like we've said, we know there is a big event going on right now at this time, that Twitch Cruiserweight Tournament. Burning up the numbers on Twitch. So I appreciate each and every one of you sticking in there, checking out the very first episode of Ground Zero. If you are on the roster, you would like to be a part of Ground Zero next week, you would like your voice to be heard, you would like your chance in the spotlight, be sure to hit up myself or Blaze and we will make it happen. Beautiful German suplex from Jada Storm, Bombshell champion, putting the hands and feet right now on Ellie Terrell. Rolls through one, only a 1 count. Beautiful bridge, but not able to hold her down. Ellie Terrell looking for her shot. She can get a win over Jada Storm. That would be absolutely monumental. Speaking of monumental, you heard them talk about the possibility of Isabella Ventura 1-on-1 with Jada Storm. I myself can say that is a dream match for me. I cannot speak for you, but I would love to see it at some point down the line, both on different rosters, so maybe, just maybe, a time will come down the line where we can see this happen. Big 12-6 elbows from Ellie Terrell, trying to bust open the brutal Bombshell, Jada Storm. Jada with a jawbreaker saying, I got a hard head, I'm not worried about it. Pump handle driver. Jada Storm trying to bury Ellie Terrell. Stop to the arm, rolls her over, pulling back that dragon sleeper. Luckily, Ellie's feet under the ropes. Referee right on top of things. Jada, no time, no pause, no rest for the wicked. Flippy shit from Jada Storm. Picks Ellie right back up, but a little too fast. Ellie able to get the jawbreaker, floats over, DDT plants Jada down. Stopping on the head, takes a step back, steps over, almost makes Jada kiss the mat. What? Only a 1 count, gonna take much more than that to keep the bombshell champion down. Ellie Terrell not discouraged, wraps the legs around the head. Jada slides out quite easily though. Single arm into the neck breaker. Beautiful move from Jada Storm, dragging her back out towards the center. Telling the crowd to quiet down. Swings her in, neck breaker. Jada Storm right back on top of it. Grabs her by the hair, slamming her head off the mat. Hooks the leg, referee 1. Only a 1 count. Jada right back on the attack, but Ellie saw it coming. Elbow to the forehead, creates a little space. Down on the knee, big backbreaker. Jada, smart move, rolling to the outside. When you've accumulated as many titles as Jada, at one time you know the tricks of the trade. Shoots Ellie into the corner. Lifts her up on top. That little break outside, all she needed. Up to the second rope. This is not gonna be good. Oh my God! Brutal bombshell for a reason. Jada Storm putting on a show. Super kick. Ellie Terrell down. Jada hooking her up, looking for the rings of Saturn. Ellie's feet right by the rope. She's stretching and kicking. Not able to reach, gonna have to use the power. Elbows to the forehead, able to get free. Ellie Terrell backed into the corner. Jada up, no, over the top. Neck breaker off the reversal. Jada Storm bringing the heat tonight. This is not good for Ellie Terrell. Jada pulls her in. Oh my God! 1, 2. No, Ellie kicks out 2.9. Referee says it's only a 2 count. Going for the boot. Ellie catches it belly to belly. Takes her down, picking her right back up. Leg sweep. And the kick to the chest, a roundhouse. Chuck Norris would be proud of Ellie Terrell. Hooks it. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Once again, Jada Storm able to kick out. Ellie can't believe it. Ellie, we're not talking about any normal woman. This is the brutal bombshell. Flatliner isn't enough to keep her down this time. 1, 2. No, Jada still kicks out. Ellie yelling at the ref, but that's not going to fix the problem. Wraps the legs around the head. I super many. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the TCW Universe, Ellie. Diabetes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ellie Terrell grabbing Jada. Jada fired off that elbow to the midsection. Boot connects, pump handle. Driver. 1, 2. No, Ellie kicks out again. The fight in Ellie Terrell tonight, unreal. She knows this is her opportunity. That springboard frog splash right on the spine. No flailing arm. 2 men gonna save her now. Jada Storm has her in the center of the ring, grabbing the arm, but Ellie firing that forearm right to the jaw. Creates a little space, sends her into the corner. Thank you, question mark. Ellie Toro all the way up, Hurricanrana. That old school Frankensteiner hooks it. 1, 2, 3. Are you kidding me? Ellie Toro! Ellie Toro! Huge upset victory tonight! Ladies and gentlemen, anything can happen! Ellie Toro tonight staking her claim, proving that she deserves to be in the contendership for any kind of title picture. Do not sleep on Ellie Toro. What a fight! Jada had her on the ropes, but Ellie just would not quit. What a match to close it out. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to kick it over to Hung Solo one final time. We've got some words with a few people for us. Hung Solo, it's over to you before we close it out tonight. What do you got?
Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with a man who really needs no introduction, but I'll give it to him anyway. He was the first overall pick in the TCW draft. I'm here with Seth Brault. Seth, how we doing this evening? How you doing? Good to... Hopefully, everything's been going well.
Oh, things have been, other than that meeting, things have been fantastic, I'm over here on Warzone now. Like you said, I'm the first overall pick, and things are sitting really well for me.
Speaking of the meeting, I'd like to get real into this. You, at Breaking Point, you decided that, to be honest, you were going to sabotage Al Bundle's cash-in. I want a look into the mind of Seth Brault. Tell me what was going through your mind. Tell me specifically. What I really want to hear is what was said to Bundles as he was just kind of laying there on the mat.
Well, you're not wrong in saying that I sabotaged Al Bundle's cash-in, but I'll give you a little history lesson as to why that happened. You see, me and Bundles have had this feeling towards each other for quite a bit, and I don't want to call it bad blood, I don't want to call it anything derogatory, but we haven't been on the best of terms for quite a while now, and I had called him out for a match at Breaking Point to settle the whole score, and well, Bundles felt the need to turn me down and make a bunch of other derogatory comments in the process, but regardless, that didn't quite sit well with me. So I told Bundles a while ago that when he robbed me of that Money in the Bank briefcase, that I wasn't going to allow him to cash out. I wasn't going to allow him to take advantage of any championship match over something that he robbed from me. So I did what I had to do. I cost him his Money in the Bank briefcase. I've done it once before, just he never lost it. So this time he did, and a lot of people have been asking, what did I say to him in the ring that night? Because you saw me look at him, look him in the eyes, You know what? I'll tell you. I said, Bundles, I told you I would get my revenge. I told you that I would not stop. And I told you that I would take everything from you. And that's what I did. And now he wants to hire this little bodyguard. Now, I really don't know anything about the man, because, you know, there are the originals here, and there are new people, and I'm a new person. I don't know who Tyrant is. But, Bundles, I'm not threatened by what you want to do with Tyrant being here, because you can enlist all the help you want. I'll fight whoever I have to fight, and I'll fight as hard as I need to get what I want in this company and what's owed to me.
Wow, very strong words, ladies and gentlemen, coming from Seth Brault. You brought up the meeting that you had earlier in the week with the board. How did that go? Hopefully that went over well in your favor. I would hope that, you know, you didn't face any super serious repercussions. How did that go?
The meeting. Well, the COO Blaze, what a wonderful guy. He didn't quite like what I did in that title match to cost Bundles his opportunity and to ruin the title match, in his words, not mine. And so he sent me for a little meeting with the board of directors. And well, I had explained to them I didn't want Bundles to be able to ruin a world title match. And while you all can say that I ruined it, Bundles was going to ruin it first, and I did not want him to have that ability, because Bundles is the type of person that cares about himself and cares about his money. That's all he cares about, and I wasn't going to allow him to fuck over anybody else, so I took away that ability. And the board saw that what I did was for the greater good, and they said that everything that went down was fine, and that it was justified.
Good. The greater good.
Yes, the greater good.
You delusional
Ladies and gentlemen,
piece of shit.
that's Al Bundles. Al Bundles, welcome. This was an unexpected visit, but what do we owe this visit to?
Oh, Bundles is only here for this one right here, running his mouth like he's doing something. Bundles is gonna beat the living hell out of you when he gets his hands on you. Like I told you, you got Bundles' attention now. You interfered, you wanna rub your little nose and shit that don't involve you. So since you wanna be a little dog, I'm gonna rub your face in your own piss. And I'm gonna teach you a lesson. You can chuckle it up all you want.
You wanna teach me a lesson? You say that when you get your hands on me, that you're going to do something. Well, the last time I checked, we've gotten our hands on each other quite a few times, and the last time anyone got their hands on anyone between the both of us, I left you laying in the middle of the ring and took your briefcase from you. So I don't think you're anyone to sit here and make threats to me, Bundles, whether you have backup or not.
See, that's where you're wrong. Now, you took something from me. You fucked up, man. I'm gonna beat the living hell out of you. Like, you can chuckle it up all you want. Words don't mean shit. I'm telling you right now, you're gonna get your ass whipped. You took away the only thing I care about here is the world title. You took that from me. That slows up money from me, and money is the most important thing of everything.
Money is the most important thing to you because after I took that money in the bank contract from you, you're nothing but a broke-ass bitch.
Broke ass bitch. This broke ass bitch
You just
is
said
gonna
it
beat the living
yourself.
hell out of you, and I'm gonna make you my bitch. I'm just repeating the dumb shit you came back to me, man.
Yeah, go ahead and
Thanks.
repeat and be a parrot. Be the puppet for me. Because at the end of the day, if you think that you can beat my ass, you're right, words are cheap, and words don't really mean anything when it comes to what happens in that ring. I await your challenge like I have been since before Breaking Point, Bundles. I provoked you into what I wanted. I am glad we have our match. And I can't wait to get my hands on you and show everybody what I really think of you.
Yep. All the talking and all this bullshit is all gonna end I'm gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna put you back in your motherfucking place. You are beneath me. I don't even know why I'm even wasting my time talking to you. You're only gonna get your ass whipped because you fucked up my money. You slowed up my money, my world title shot. Because right
I
now,
fucked up the only money you had by the sounds of it.
The only money I had. No. You take a penny from Bundles, it's a motherfucking problem. Bundles is all about his money. Don't you ever forget that. All right, you sit here and keep him running your damn mouth. I'm gonna put my foot in your ass before we even get to that damn pay-per-view. So be thankful. Bundles is allowing you this opportunity to shine, to actually speak the Bundles. So be happy, sit your little ass down, have a coconut smile, and be happy you know greatness. Stay in your fucking place. Your own borrowed time. I told you I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass, and I don't need to keep fucking repeating myself, man.
You can repeat yourself all you want. I don't know why you keep talking about my ass. I don't know what you want to do with my ass, but I don't want anything involved with that. I want to fight. I want to fight.
Ain't gonna be a fight. It's gonna be me beating your ass. I'm gonna be smacking you around like a pimp smack a hoe around. Cause you a hoe. You a trick. You ain't shit, but you a bitch. That's it.
The only thing that's gonna get smacked around you, the only thing that's gonna get smacked around is you at the unemployment office.
Like I'm not, no unemployment off my ass. You ain't fucking with me. Pound for pound, toe for toe, you fucking with me in that. You ain't fucking with me on this mic. You ain't fucking with me at all, man. Like I'm gonna put you in your motherfucking place, man. Like
then get in the ring and prove it.
We can
be a man.
Whenever. Oh, I'm going to be a man, and I'm gonna show you what a man is. Cause I can tell you the type of cat that ain't have a father in your life. Cause you act like a little girl, man. You're a little female, man. You ain't got no bass in your voice, man. Can't respect nothing you say. Bundles.
I don't give a shit if you respect what I say or not, you little bitch-made ass motherfucker.
Look at it. Sound weak as hell. Look like a damn chihuahua, man. Ain't no bass in you, man. You ain't no man.
Prove to me that you're a fucking man to step into that ring with me. Prove to me, you son of a bitch.
I already told you it's gonna happen, you jackass. You can't fucking hear it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Gentlemen, I hate to get in the middle of this, but this was Seth's interview. Bundles, you did interject.
No. I Bundles already said this. Whatever he does, it's Bundles. This is Bundles' interview. As soon as he opened his mouth, it became my interview.
You know, I want to touch up on something. You say that you don't know why you waste your time with me. I'll tell you exactly why. You know, there's this common trend around here about the originals versus the new guys. Definitely not a part of any faction right now, but I will say this. The new people are the future, and Bundles, you're just old news. And you can try and fight as hard as you can with this uphill battle of trying to be as successful and fight as hard as I can when you go against me. But it'll never happen.
Whatever the hell you talking about, I'm the top tier, man. Know your place, man. You sound stupid right now talking to Bundles. You're not making any sense. Know your place. You're in the greatness, all right? You should be thanking me. Again, I'm the reason why you are even here right now.
You talk about yourself in third person like you're delusional. I'm thinking at this point that you're such an original, which is a nice way of saying that you're old and that you've been here for so long, that you belong in a retirement home.
I'll come right down there to that damn preschool and kick your damn ass. You can stay in your place. Better in my ass, man. Better in whatever, man.
Bundles, I very much appreciate the words, but unfortunately we do have to get back to Seth Brault. I still have a couple of questions that I'd like to ask him. I'd be more than happy to do a follow-up interview anytime, but I have to get back to the schedule. I'm sorry, just doing my job.
Who?
Is he gone? Has he left him? I apologize to the audience at home. This was definitely not planned. I apologize to you, Seth. This was not at all planned.
None taken.
He would be showing up. Anywho, your ex-partner Frank Gage had. I'm sorry, I'm just a little shaken.
It's okay. Well, you mentioned my ex-partner, Frank Gage. Now, for those of you who don't know, we have been teaming up in other places, and we have a history, and you saw a little bit of that history blowing up in both of our faces a few weeks ago. And yeah, Frank beat me. But I don't care that Frank beat me because honestly, at the time, as much as he was distracted by me at his match at Breaking Point, I was distracted and infuriated at the fact that Al Bundles hadn't answered my challenge. But I'm not going to make excuses. That night, Frank Gage was the better man, and Frank Gage won. But this man wants to talk about that he wants to pull me back to who I used to be, and that I'm obsessed with fame and greed, and that I've just been too obsessed with winning and all the power. The thing is, Frank, this is who I am. Because I belong in the main event. I am a workhorse no matter where I go. Some places would call me the Machine like they do here. Other places I'm known as the Final Resolution. But no matter what you call me, I am Seth Brault, and I am a damn workhorse more than anybody else. And Frank, I don't care how much you want to fight me, because when we stopped being partners, I left you in the dust to go do bigger and better things, and that's what I'm doing now here on Warzone. So you can follow me all you want, you can try and fight me all you want, but the fact of the matter is I'll come out on top when I'm not distracted like I was a few weeks ago from Al Bundles.
You know, Seth Brault, I like to believe that you're being honest when you say you were distracted. I know some people would like to say that it's a fluke, as I addressed with Frank earlier, but you know, in other terms, Frank says he knows you better than anybody else. Frank might even think he knows you better than you know yourself. I mean, when you have so much time with a partner like that, you really do get to know them very well. And you know, I wonder, from my perspective, maybe how well do you know Frank Gage? I mean, Frank seems to know you very well. He knows you inside and out. How well do you know him?
Well, it's safe to say that when you team up with somebody that you tend to learn who your partners are, and you tend to learn everything about them. So it's safe to say that Frank at that time knew who I was. And maybe he's got an idea of who I am now, but you haven't the faintest fucking idea, Gage. And I've seen that over the past few months you've had a bit of an identity crisis. You know, you keep changing your gimmick. You used to be the grunge warrior when you were with me, and now I don't even know who Frank Gage is. I mean, you can't even win a match. The only time you can win a match is when you were up against me, and I mean, hell, like I said, I was distracted, but I'm not going to make excuses. You won, but you had a title match, and no matter where we go, it seems like you get more title matches than I do, and you just can't get the job done. So, does Frank Gage know who I am? I think the more important question is, does Frank Gage know who he is? Because he needs to figure his shit out.
Very inspirational, some would say demeaning words from Seth Brault. Seth, my final question this evening, you know, you were picked number 1 overall. Obviously, John Montana sees great promise in you. What if come Wednesday, you know, you get an opportunity to really step up and represent the brand? What if, you know, the global championship, the TCW Global Championship, what if you're offered a shot at that? What do you do? How do you prepare to take that claim and run with that spot? What do you do? How do you prepare?
Well, Sleazy is a very smart man. I am more than thrilled. I am downright ecstatic to have him as my general manager and to represent Warzone as the number 1 pick and be the main event of Warzone whenever the opportunity presents itself. And you say, if an opportunity presented itself to be the TCW Global Champion, well, I'd have to say that I would love that indefinitely. And how would I prepare for that? Well, I would definitely need to stop worrying about people who are wasting my time, like Frank Gage and Al Bundles. And I would do what I have always set out to do day in and day out, every single week, and that's be the best that I can be. And that is the Final Resolution, the wrestling machine, the guy that I know will fight forever and never give up, and that's Seth Brault. And I'll never stop doing that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it appears that Seth Brault knows exactly who he is tonight, and he knows exactly what he has to do. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that's all we have for our broadcast this evening. Hung Solo, myself, and for everybody who appeared here tonight, thank you very much. I will send it back over to Jackson Jordan to close out the show. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Hung Solo. That man bringing the interviews to you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for the very first episode of TCW Ground Zero. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for taking the time out of your Saturday evening. Like I said, there's big things going on right now, and you still chose to be here. That means the world to each and every one of us. We're trying to give every one of these superstars their spotlight and the opportunity to let their voice be heard. So thank you for giving them that opportunity. We're going to continue giving them the platform. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. We will be back Monday night with Legacy. But until then, I am Jackson Jordan. Have a wonderful weekend. Be good to yourselves and each other. Much love, and I am out. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are still in the chat, we're going to go raid the Twitch Cruiserweight Tournament. Show some love for all the TCW guys that are in there. Once again, I am Double J. This is TCW. I will see you on Monday. Peace.